Oh.
Luca, jump.
Miss, probably you'd like me to jump?
Yes! Come in earthquake down there.
And the back of
It looked like I was
The building's pretty
Hold on, Tim.
It's right on the river somewhere.
All the white stuff in the river. Somebody dropped the bottle.
Okay, guys, let's go.
Well, sure, it's too many there.
I know, it's 6 to 11 and the next. It's what? Easy. Are we gonna make it, guys? Are we gonna make it? Straight down.
Is aren't you afraid of heights?
Spit now. Dropping a pencil.
I'm afraid of low places. That's good. I'm afraid of sea levels. I don't want to be a submarine. Ding. Why do you have to make the same noise in the microwave? Oh, try. Looks like a hotel.
Looks like a restaurant.
You think Brian comes up in the morning to check the
Right.
Right. Comes up in Cuba.
On their honeymoon.
Right there, good. Nice mother.
Well, guys, let's go. We're next, eh?
Max, is there anything in the park about? Did we do that? Is it?
Okay, guys. What?
I see it on.
In this room. Now, on the subject of red in Commonwealth countries is the color of royalty. And on the subject of royalty, when the Queen is here in Canada, specifically when she's visiting here at Parliament Hill, this is the only room that she may enter, because this is the royal room. Now, when she is here, she sits on her throne, which is the last chair to the left at the back. And her husband occupies, of course, the seat directly to the right. Now, of course, the Queen cannot always be here, therefore she is represented in Canada by the Governor-General, Madame Jeanne Sauvé. Now, Madame Jeanne Sauvé, when she is in this room, occupies the same seat as the Queen, the throne, which is the last chair to the left, and her husband occupies the seat directly to the right. Now, the Senate does seat 104 senators, who are named by the present Speaker of the Senate is the Honorable Guy Charbonneau. Now, the rest of the room, you'll notice, is disposed much like that of the House of Commons. You have the clerk's table, the stenotypist's desk, and you have this chair at the back here that's reserved for the symbol of authority here in the Senate. Now, this gentleman's title is the Gentleman Usher of the Black Rod. Now, the Gentleman Usher of the Black Rod is also the highest honorific title that a citizen in Canada may attain. So this gentleman's pretty special. Some of you may have heard of him. His name is Monsieur René Jalbert, and he was the one who thwarted the attempts of every single tree that you can find here in Canada, and they're all different. You'll notice the paintings along the walls. Now, the ceiling is made of gold leafings. And you'll notice in each of the octagons on the ceiling, the coat of arms of all the countries that first made up our ethnic diversity when we first became a country ourselves in 1867. Now, these countries are notably England, France, Ireland, Scotland, and Wales. Now, I'm sure you've also noticed the chandeliers. The chandeliers are made of Russian bronze, and they weigh approximately 4,000 pounds each. That's probably why we're standing on this side of the room. Like, to come and view the Senate while they are sitting. Now, as we leave, I'd like you to recognize that in the Senate antechamber here, on your right when you leave, the bust of the first woman senator here to be named in Canada, and that's Mrs. Corinne Wilson. Now, you'll also notice to the left the bust of the first French-Canadian woman senator named in Canada, Madame Marianne Jaudoin.
I beg your pardon?
Shrine. That's the name of this church. St. Joseph Shrine this building was started in 1917. But the man who is responsible for having this church in Montreal was Brother Andre. Brother Andre was born here in the province of Quebec, and his real name was Alfred Bessette. But he took the name of Brother Andre when he joined the Holy Cross Order of Priests. Now, these are the same priests that you have at Notre Dame University in the United States. Brother Andre was never ordained.
All right, Notre Dame Basilica was built between 1823 and 1829. Can you hear me in the back? Yes, okay. And it took about 6 years to build the outside of the church, but it did take more than 40 years to complete the interior. The architect of this church was James O'Donnell. He was an Irish Protestant that was living at the time in Rochester, New York. And he was called upon by the priests of this church to build the first Gothic building in North America. Dame is a French-Canadian. His name is Pierre Grandmaison.
look like the helmet that bicycle riders wear during the races. He's almost a national hero up here. As a matter of fact, he is the only living... Are you interested?
How much?
How much? Oh, it's not very expensive. They go between $400 and $1,400 a month. Oh, look at the elevator going up the tower on this side. There is an elevator that brings visitors to the observation gallery at the very top. That elevator may bring 90 people at a time. And that tower is the equivalent of a 50-story building, the same 50-story building. It is leaning at an angle of 45 degrees at the top. We will make a picture stop here if you want. But I'd like, before we stop for pictures, I'd like to explain to you the purpose of that tower. It is to provide, on the top floors, a storage space for that folding, retractable roof that you see covering the stadium right now. That roof is made of Kevlar. Kevlar is the same material...
The funicular is an elevator. So you can take the funicular from here up the mountainside to our hotel, which is there. The St. Lawrence River is right behind us. Montmorency Falls.
Early in 1900 was owned by Sir Richard. I heard it was not very friendly, that man. You want to take a picture?
Unfriendly man. Oh, unfriendly man.
Still, it seems that it's still occupied. I don't know by who. Ghost? Huh? Like a haunted house. Remember the program with the monster? Got it?
Got it.
Okay?
Oh, so to make sure we get our story straight so far, I just told you that Rose was here, and a few minutes ago that I was here. Remember that we're two different persons in two different stories. So So don't go out of here saying to me, bye-bye, Rose. Yeah, we're not at all the same person, huh? So they have a great time. But of course, at the end of the evening, when they all go back in the canoe, well, the guy had been drinking and celebrating at a Christmas party. So they start to argue between each other for who was more sober to drive the canoe. They forget the deal and they start to swear at each other. Then now the poor guy comes tumbling and falling back to earth. So the next morning, when they all got up and sober up and realized what had happened, then they all promised to never pass back with the devil. So already for us in Quebec, this story there, that's our old 18th century version of Don't Drink and Drive. That's where it's all started. Okay, this one here, that's the Legion of Tom Caribou. So meanwhile, everybody's going to the other camp for church. Tom is put in charge and is supposed to stay behind and keep an eye on the camp. Well, what he does, as soon as everybody walks away, Tom goes up to his favorite tree where he hides his bottle of caribou. Now, the caribou, it's the traditional drink of the Quebec people. If you want to bring something as souvenir, which is typical from here, go and get yourself a bottle of that caribou. My great-grandfather used to mix his own. It's basically a mixture of red wine, pure alcohol, and blood of caribou for the vitamin. Whoa, you'll go to any snowstorm with that, no problem. So Tom goes up there, drinks his caribou, but he's so thirsty and is drinking so fast that some of the liquid is falling below the tree, and they were up there doing his hibernation. So after receiving so much drink on the nose, the bear wakes up. Whoa, he's really mad. Starts chasing the first thing he sees moving, and of course it's Tom up in the tree. Try to get Tom. Finally gets a big part of Tom's bomb, and then the bear gets tired by all that. He found, well, if I didn't see the truth, let the devils have me by my feet. So no matter what, he would finish the story saying that. Everybody else knew that every so often Spit was stretching the story, changing the version of the thing, occasionally even lying a little bit. So they decided it was time for him to learn a good lesson. One night around the campfire, they prepared a rope around his feet without him knowing it. So when he came out and he told his next story, they finished it up by saying, well, if I didn't see the truth, let the devils have me by my feet. One of the guys pulled out the rope. So my poor Spit found himself hanging from the tree right on top of the campfire. When he opened his eyes, he saw the flame and he thought, oh my gosh, I'm really in hell. The devil exists and he really got me. So they letting him in that position for good hours until he promised he would never end up his story saying that again and stop stretching and changing the version. Then they finally cut him out. And somebody came and told me the other day that they saw him. Apparently, he changed his name and he became a bus driver to guide. So be careful, it's not a bus.
What did he say?
I think he's very kind.
Plenty of room.
Hmm.